Good evening, this is Isaac from Blue Bag of Borelli, my place where I love to talk AFL and Carlton so much. I'm hurting so much. And tonight, I watched it with two of my friends and my wife as well, Frankie Dukes, who's behind the camera, and my friend who will introduce himself.
How you going, Vince? How are you?
So, I'm gutted. They do it to me all the time. They do it to me all the time. They do it to me all the time. Collingwood just do my head in. They really do. The first quarter, 8 points. 1 goal, 8 points. So many gettable shots.
Very poor
disposal.
Some misses that should have really been put away.
Now, our two big boppers, they were terrible tonight. And everyone knows that I love Big Charlie and even Big Harry. They were terrible tonight. They couldn't mark the ball. They had their chances to hit the scoreboard. They couldn't do that. In the end, our captain carried us as he always does. On the back of his shoulders, Kennedy was good. How good's Wiedering?
Very good.
Now,
best defender in the league, I think.
Ask me why Alia has won an All-Australian jumper. And yet, Wiedering has never won an All-Australian jumper. Surely he gets one this year.
Oh, you'd think. I mean, a few years he had a few injuries early and they probably didn't play enough games. But I think the last 2 years he's been very good. Should have been, All-Australian, I think. He's got to be up there this year, surely. I don't know what else to say about that. 100% has to be in there.
Now, you know what? It was Pendle's 400th game. Kenny Freddie, you know why? That wasn't the defining difference for Collingwood to win the game. We're our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
We really are our own worst enemy.
Poor disposal.
We butcher the ball, don't we?
A lot of easy misses. Charlie from 30, directly in front, Big key forward, you shouldn't be missing shots like that. It's a few weeks in a row where he's been poor. I don't know, maybe they have to look at hitting up short leads to the little crumblers.
Well, they've got to lower the eyes.
Change it up, yeah.
They've got to lower the eyes. Even always struggled tonight. I mean...
Got a goal late, which is good, but,
In that last quarter, we finally got on a bit of a roll and we kicked 5 goals. We had 24 insides to 8.
Yeah,
surely that's enough to win you the game.
Slaughtered them. We just could not score goals put on the board. So it was very disappointing.
This game is going to hurt me very much. I'm still haunted by the loss against them 2 years ago. Remember the last Sunday of the year?
A few points, yeah.
When we lost with that Jamie Elliott goal at the end and we dropped out of the 8. We've got 3 rounds to go. We're on 12 wins.
We're in danger territory, I think.
We are. Now...
Because we could miss the 8 if we lose all 3.
Do you think we're going to make the 8 from here?
Look, next week, the Hawks are on fire. It's a massive game. If we don't win that one, I can understand because they're great form, playing well as a team. We need to get that and build that sort of, gel going forward, I think, like that. Yeah,
we're not... There's a few things missing. And then we had 2 injuries again, and you're correct.
Which hurt us.
It's always the same few that keep getting injured. Chera again got injured.
Hammy again.
Cottrell. So we've got 2 on the bench. Okay, De Goey comes off as well towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
But he kicked 2 goals.
Yeah. At the end of the year, I think there's going to be a few players who are going to be delisted. Unfortunately, they might have all the talent in the world, but they just don't get on the park, and they're hurting our depth, which is massive. Yes. If you bring someone on who's been out for so long and he gets injured like Cunners in the first quarter, 5 minutes in, you've already killed your depth on the bench for the rest of the game. These guys are doing it regularly, and we just got to move on from them. Unfortunately, I hate to say, because I like some of these guys, but they got to get rid of them. Get guys that can stay on the park and then they need to work on their kicking. It's terrible. I don't know what it is.
We do butcher the ball.
Butcher it too much. They just
we do.
honestly cannot score enough, which is very upsetting. That's what's killing us. 1 goal 8 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
There should have been 4 or 5 easy goals. They just...
Well, there was a lot of gettable shots. There was. I mean, Mackay,
Can't kick it from 30, but it kicks a miracle from the boundary along the ground. Right at the end of the quarter,
Yes, and look, the Hollands boys gave us a sniff. I mean, Holland burnt Charlie in the third quarter.
Yeah, he should have gave it off.
He should have dished a handball in the goal square. That's 2 weeks in a row. Now, Charlie sometimes is his own worst enemy. Yeah. But I agree with David King on SEN Footy. We don't help him out enough as a team. We don't help him out enough. We don't.
They bomb long instead of doing short hit-ups where he's on the lead and, make it very hard for defenders to come across and kill him. So
and Jack Martin, who is in our best side...
when he's up and going.
This was only his second game for the year. And you can see with him in the team...
Our structure's
we're
a lot
better side, isn't it? We're a better side with him in the team.
But he might be gone at the end of the year.
Well,
he's looking to leave him. Really, if guys like that we need in our team, but unfortunately they're just not on the park long enough.
That's true.
He's always injured. He needs to play 15 games a year, not 2.
I agree with you.
He might play this week, pull up sore next week, and then he's out for 2 more weeks. You know what I mean? So he's going to be one of those guys that are on the cusp where they're going to look at moving him, I think.
Yeah, so the challenge is in front of us. I mean, when you get to 11-4, you've set your season up to not only play finals but finish top 4.
And now where are we?
Top 4, I think, is done. It was done. It was top 4 is done. Forget it.
We're lucky if we make the 8.
We're scraping to make the 8. I still want them to make the 8 because who knows? We are missing De Koning. I mean, as much as you want to say that Pito's a battler...
He was all right. He played, his role, but just his average... He's not a superstar. He's just a solid,
I mean, Kennedy was pretty good.
Came off the bench,
Kennedy was good.
Yeah.
Walsh, I don't understand Walsh. Sometimes I believe he gives the ball to players that are in a worse position, and then also...
They're under pressure all the time.
And then also he wants the ball sometimes when he's not in a good position either. Now...
He needs to work on that.
Yeah. Cripps was fantastic, wasn't he?
Superstar.
A great goal as well.
Our best player every week.
He deserves to win another All-Australian jumper. I would love to have him as All-Australian captain, but they're probably going to give it to Bont. But really, there's one thing that is missing in that guy's CV, and I'm really hurting because he's 29 and he's in career best form, and
will they win it?
He wants the premiership, and I want it too. And tonight was an opportunity because if we had won tonight, we cement our spot and we end the Pies season. Now the Pies are still in the season.
They got a chance, yeah.
They're still in the season. It won't be easy. So we've got Hawthorn next week. Then we've got West Coast away. And then the last game is against Ross Lyons St Kilda.
They're danger because they're in good form at the moment.
Oh, jeez. I don't want to think about it.
We've made it hard for ourselves.
We have. We've made it
dropping
extremely
these games.
hard. We've made it extremely hard.
Can't get Carlton at their best.
It is. We're back. Yeah, we're back to our DNA. Stress, heart attack, trauma.
Oh man.
And I've been so anxious the whole week. I just wanted to get to game day and get the game out of the way because it just gets... Every day that you get closer to the game...
It builds.
The pressure builds and mounts, doesn't it? I'm hurting. And I know you're hurting too. I'm gutted. Collingwood, man, are they any better than us? Cox, you're not a great player. No. He does nothing the whole year, Cox. And then he gets selected and plays against us. We need another key backman because
unfortunately our defence is.
Yeah.
We've only got Weeders and then we've got two guys that are not big fellas. They're undersized. So when they go match up against those guys, they just get outmarked and pushed around. And
actually, Kempy was a little bit better tonight than other weeks, but he's still. Kempy's not going to get us to the promised land. Sorry, Kempy. You're undersized.
We need to go and find another big defender.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of work to do. I mean, we've had some good news this week. The AFL used their brains and allowed us to pick up, at the end of the season, the 2 Camporeale twins, who apparently are high-end talent. They will complement our midfield mix a lot, and I believe we need a lot more run and carry and spread. and class.
More speed, I think.
Yeah, and class. I mean, Hewitt's a battler. I mean, Hewitt was okay.
He's solid.
Yeah, he's a battler. Yeah. He's a battler.
Tries aside.
You know, he's a battler. I'm just so gutted because we had 24 inside 50s in that last quarter to 8. And we actually had 5 minutes. There was 5 minutes to go when we got to within 3 points. Yeah. So we had enough time.
We had our chances.
We just had enough time and we just couldn't get it, eh?
We butchered the first quarter. That killed us.
8 points. The first 8 points killed us.
And that was it. That's the game.
That's the game. Because footy is a game of inches. It's 1% here, 2% there. It's a 5-day break compared to a 7-day break. There's only little margins for error. Mm-hmm. And it proved that again tonight. I mean, Dacos, you know...
It was okay. He didn't have a superstar game or anything like that.
He was serviceable.
Started it. Good first.
Yeah, he was serviceable. And then with 30 seconds to go, we're watching the game, and I said, can you imagine if this goes... this will go for a mark. There'll be a mark after the siren. I said that. There'll be a mark after the siren, and we'll have to kick it to win the game. And it happened. McGovern. Now, of all the players in our team, I actually thought we were in good hands with Mighty Mitch.
Normally a good kick.
He's
Maybe
a very good
knock
kick.
when he got the free kick in the head, or I don't know. He just.
But did he rush it? Did he?
He didn't come off the boot good.
No, he shanked it. He didn't get anywhere near it.
It wasn't great.
What a terrible. I mean, that would have. If we had won this game, it would have been one of the greatest wins in our life. But once again, Collingwood cause us trauma. They've got the wood over us. We've only beaten them twice in the last 12 encounters. Yeah. And that hurts, you know. I mean, this year we've lost to them both times by a kick, you know. 2 years ago, we lost to them both times by under a kick as well, remember?
It's always close. Doesn't matter where they're on the ladder.
Oh, dearie me. So, you know.
Hey, that's footy. If you're not good enough, you're not good enough. That's, you know, if you mess up and kick too many poor shots early.
Yeah, bad kicking's bad footy. Yeah, bad kicking's bad footy, for sure.
They missed a lot of goals from 30 out, you know.
Yeah, I mean, even Motlop, that set shot.
Oh, my goodness.
That set shot that he had just before half-time.
Oh, 20 out, was it?
Yeah,
25?
less. You know, I mean, I like that play that he did in the last quarter.
When he did it to Martin.
Yes. He didn't go for glory. He played the team thing. He did the team thing. I mean... You know, he's a young kid and he's missed a lot of footy as well. Yeah. I mean, we've been plagued with injury. I mean, can you imagine if I would have loved to have had Zachy Williams and TDK in the side tonight? We win the game. We got TDK in the side tonight, we win the game.
We just need our players that are not going to get injured.
I know, we've
got too many guys that get injured all the time. Chera's had 3 hammies this year already. 4 in the last 12 months.
I know, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating because that means we're a midfielder down every week. Every week we're a midfielder down.
You've got to make up a player or find someone to cover that role.
And poor old Crip, I mean, how much can this man do for us? I feel sorry for him. I love him so much, and I know you do too. And the whole faithful love him because he is just a special player, but you know, he hasn't
got enough help, unfortunately.
He needs more people to help. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't think we're going to get anyone back for next week. And we're going to lose 2 as well. So I think Hawthorn, see you later. And then we're going to be in that position of having to win our last 2 just to make the 8. Unbelievable.
After being up in the top of the ladder for the whole year nearly.
Yeah.
So,
it hurts. It hurts so
stressful.
Much. I thought we had just... gone over that. I thought we had gone over that, and I thought that was behind us, but it looks like we're returning back to old habits.
We just hover around that area, don't
we? Do choke a little bit. I don't think we can handle the pressure. And Favola said it on the radio this week, that maybe we're not mentally tough enough. Maybe we're not, because...
King Charlie needs to take it by the scruff, mate.
Yeah.
He needs to have a game where he just rips one apart.
And he hasn't this year.
He can't do it.
He hasn't this year, but he's still leading the Coleman. Yeah. Work that out.
I don't know.
You know, work that out.
I don't know if that says much about him or is that saying much about the rest of the comp?
Well, a little bit of both. I mean, you can only... You know, we're not in the era of Locker and Dunstall where they're kicking 100 goals.
I know, but...
I mean, he's still a high-end talent. I mean, he just couldn't get in the game at all tonight, could he?
You got to kick from 30 out. You can't be missing that.
He hit the post. That set shot where he hits the post.
The first one was the worst.
I know. He should have.
It was 30 out.
I know. Oh, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Just.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Anyway.
Yeah. There was 87,000 fans. I don't know what we're going to do next week.
You'll be there next week?
I will be, but...
might be another stressful game.
Well, that fixture was looking okay 8 to 10 weeks ago.
When all on Wednesday.
But they're just... I mean...
I think everyone had penciled that one down, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean... They've got so much leg speed. They're just going to run us ragged, I think.
They're going to be.
They have got momentum.
So they got a big game tomorrow against GWS. So that's a massive game.
I'm barracking for the Giants tomorrow.
Of course.
So we need the Giants to win, and we need all the teams out of the 8 to keep losing, and hopefully Essendon.
Just to hold on.
Hopefully Essendon can lose as well tomorrow. That might.
I know they're your favourite team, or one of them.
Well, that'll make me feel just a little bit better. Just a little bit better, you know. Just a little bit better, but yeah. We're both hurting, we're both gutted. I mean, we might be laughing, but inside I'm crying, I'm heartbroken. Once again, they just cut me up inside.
Next week's maybe another week, mate. Fingers crossed. Could be better. See how we go.
Well, I mean, Voss will have to preach positivity and hope. That's his role. He's got no option. If he doesn't give them hope, well then, that's his job. That's his job, to manage
them up,
manage the team and coach them and pep talk them and whatever he has to do. Our 2 big boppers need to lift next week. They really do.
Big game.
They really do. And look, the Hawks don't have a lot of key defenders. So, if we can win enough ball...
But their defence plays as a group.
Yeah,
they're
that's
very
true.
tight and they're very strong. So
yeah, that's true.
It's going to be hard regardless.
Yeah. Well... Look, I don't have much more to say, apart from if you want to hear me yell and scream, but what's that going to achieve? Well, win, lose or draw, I love my club. I'm hurting. I'm looking next week at this guy to pull his finger and take the game by the scruff of the neck. As much as Hawthorn have been good, they're gettable. Hey, they're gettable. We played with a lot of heart tonight.
Yeah.
We did. We played with a lot of heart tonight.
They came back well after
But, we don't, we've got to take our chances. The game is about taking your chances. And if you kick inaccurately, which we did against the Crows as well at the start of the year, 14-14, here we go. 11-15. 27 scoring shots to 24, and there's the game. There's the difference.
1 goal 8 in the first.
And we hit the post 3 or 4 times as well. I mean, we had no luck at all tonight. But some say that you've got to make your own luck. Well,
next week.
We'll catch you on our next video. Next week is another week. 3 rounds to go. This is Isaac from Blue Bag of Borelli. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Help me spread the gospel of AFL and Carlton. And I'll catch you next week on my next video.
Ciao.